syaʔyaʔ, tiʔiʔ. Thank you for joining us today. ʔuhihədəb, it's good to see you. sqibk at syəhub. We will be telling you folks a story today, a few stories today. Tulalip at haʔڵ Octopus. Oh, Sally, Bos. Dadatu, dadatu, sqibk, syaʔyaʔ, syaʔyaʔ, Hey, date hot. Okay, ʔuhihədəb to Bushland. See Krislyn at T. Oh, aʔqs sqibk. I can sit for this one, right? Krislyn Diaz Tulalip. Hello, I'm Krislyn Parks. I am Snohomish from Tulalip, and I will be reading aʔqs Crow and Octopus. Tulalip syəhub to tiʔiʔ subul ʔuhihədəb to Roselle Freiburg. Altudi to hawk, a sláthlilt si aʔqs to laebash to laquit ugwachad quis usleds. A long time ago, there lived this crow, and she walked down towards the shore looking for food. Stop tiʔiʔ, busk tiʔiʔ. What is this? It is a crab. Laebash si aʔqs ugwachad quis usleds hikświ aʔqs ti busk. Suʔsuq si busk. aʔqs hikświ skit. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and then she was met by the crab. The crab said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. Octopus is there." Hawk, should us hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air, and she called out loudly, "I already know." Stop tiʔiʔ, tiʔiʔ. What is it? It is a clam. Laebash si aʔqs ugwachad quis usleds hikświ aʔqs ti syəhub. Suʔsuq si syəhub. aʔqs hikświ skit. sqibk. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and she was met by the clam. The clam said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. Octopus is there." Hawk, should us hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air, and she called out loudly, "I already know." Stop tiʔiʔ, tiʔiʔ. What is it? It is a jellyfish. Laebash si aʔqs ugwachad quis usleds hikświ aʔqs ti ʔuhihədəb. Suʔsuq si ʔuhihədəb. hikświ skit. sqibk. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and she was met by the jellyfish. And the jellyfish said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. Octopus is there." Hawk, should us hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air, and she called out loudly, "I already know." Stop tiʔiʔ, tiʔiʔ. What is this? It is a starfish. Laebash si aʔqs ugwachad quis usleds hikświ aʔqs ti ʔuhihədəb. Suʔsuq si ʔuhihədəb. hikświ skit. sqibk. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and she was met by the starfish, and the starfish said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. Octopus is there." sqibk ʔuhihədəb hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air, and she called out loudly, "I already know." Stabtia, suladtia. What is this? It is a salmon. Ləxbsq aʔqs ʔslids haʔڵ aʔqs tiʔiļ ūsūtsi sulad ʔqwq sqibk. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and she was met by the salmon. The salmon said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. Octopus is there." sqibk hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air and called out loudly, "I already know." Stabtia, suʔsuq. What is this? It is a seal. Ləxbsq ʔslids haʔڵ aʔqs ūsūtsi sqibk. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and she was met by the seal. The seal said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. Octopus is there." sqibk hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air and called out loudly, "I already know." Stabtia, ʔuhihədəb. What is it? It is a killer whale. Ləxbsq ʔslids haʔڵ aʔqs tiʔiʔ ūsūtsi sqibk. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and she was met by the killer whale. The killer whale said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. The octopus is there." sqibk hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air and called out, "I already know." Stabtia, ʔuhilōtia. What is this? It is a whale. Ləxbsq ʔslids haʔڵ aʔqs tiʔiʔ ūsūtsi sqibk. The crow was walking as she looked for her food, and she was met by the whale. And the whale said, "Crow, crow, do not go down to the beach. The octopus is there." sqibk hide. The crow abruptly flew up in the air and called out loudly, "I already know." tiʔiʔ. What in the world is that? Is that an octopus? ʔuhihədəb sqibk ūsūtsi dagui teats usluds. Disuhoi tiʔiʔ syəhub disuhois. The crow and octopus met one another. The octopus said, "Crow, crow, you are now my food." And that is the end of Poor Thing Crow. The end. ʔuhihədəb. I left my rattle up there.
Dadatu.
Osli Gulabo Hal syaʔyaʔ Jasmyne Diaz släx Sidsta syəhub chad aʔqs alti Tulalip. Hi, my name is Jasmyne Diaz, and syəhub bibščəb tiʔiʔ syəhub. I will be telling you the story of Priest Point. ʔaʔl syəhub tiʔiʔ tu ʔaʔl tiʔiʔ haʔڵ pədhədub. The Snohomish people lived there. They lived at Priest Point. That was a good area to gather food. Tulalip Lushootseed Bask Tolk Och Tulalip ʔuhihədəb tiʔəʔ sqibk hikʷ tiʔiʔ. They would gather clams, crabs, mussels, oysters. They would fish for king salmon, silver salmon, and dog salmon. They always had a lot of food. Alti stulc sqibk tiʔiʔ suʔsuq. Tu slychis alti haʔڵ tiʔiʔ. Tas tagwaf tiʔiʔ suʔsuq. biʔbiʔbuʔqʷ tiʔiʔ ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ. Tu ʔuhs ʔuhihədəb syaʔyaʔ bask tolk ʔuhihədəb sylad hikʷ aʔqs twalqs syəhub tiʔiʔ. Tu yobil hikʷ slugwus tiʔiʔ suʔs. One year, these two particular seals arrived. They came into their area. These two seals were very hungry, and they devoured the food supplies. They were so hungry, they gobbled up the clams, the crabs, the mussels, the oyster, and the salmon. There were no more clams, crab, mussels, oysters, and salmon. The Snohomish people did not have any food. They were starving. These seals were not going anywhere. Tu ʔuit syəhub gwadil alti tiʔiʔ. Quiad kalkalach tid yotyalab tad yotyalab quahad tabul. This lady went down to the shore and sat on a rock. She called out, "Orcas, orcas, my ancestors are your ancestors. Please help us." Tuʔiʔ kalkalach latub tiʔiʔ. The orcas came. They heard the call of this woman. Luqwad sqibk ʔuhihədəb alta tiʔiʔ. They ate the heads of the seals and they threw the rest on the shore for the people. Bulk tiʔiʔ diʔ asista twal släx ujutstub tiʔiʔ kalkalach twal Tulalip syəhub. All of the food returned. That is why, to this day, the Snohomish people use the killer whale for the crest of the Tulalip tribes. ʔuhihədəb.
I almost fell. Were you recording that, Dave? Oh my God.
We're live.
Sorry, guys. My goofiness. Hecho. Melissa sees that to all do Tulalip. My name is Melissa and I am from Tulalip. Today I am going to be reading you stulc, moose. Let's get started. This book is going to be a little hard, so we're going to turn sideways. Stulc, syəhub ʔuhihədəb, told by Susie Sampson Peter. All tudy to haʔł, to slášlil tí stulc, tí brat, tí sqibk, tí brat, tadachdas. A long time ago, this moose and his son lived there. Wolf and his son were neighbors. Sqibk, give me a second. I am new at this book. Please bear with me. I might butcher it. Okay. Sqibk bibščəb tí stulc tiʔiļ. The wolves always watched the moose. As haʔtu ʔuhihədəb tí stulc. They wanted to gobble up the moose. Okay. sqibk tiʔiļ stulc. Syəhub tibad. ʔuhihədəb. The father moose was getting old. He told his son, I'm getting weak now. ʔuhihədəb tiʔiļ. The wolf had overheard him. Syəhub tí stulc. The moose knew. ʔuhihədəb. Tulalip Lushootseed. Then he told his son to run far away. ʔuhihədəb tí stulc tiʔiʔ. The moose called out to the snow. ʔuhihədəb tí sqibk. Can you make the wolves slow down? ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ. Then he died. His son knew. Tulalip tiʔiʔ. His son left. Oh no. Tulalip Lushootseed Storytelling. Until he arrived to this old man's carving. ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ. This mole was a man. ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ. Sapa squlc sqibk tiʔiʔ tibad. ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ. Little Moose asked his father, "Grandfather, will you take me far away? The wolf killed my father, and I am now being chased by his son." Nope, that's backwards. Haʔڵ at loc. Eads chaf guabat alti aʔqs. Hoi alatabaf at haʔlchi. Biʔbiʔbuʔqৱ at tud bads Lushootseed. The old man told him now, "Hide under the hunting canoe." Then the mole put his father's snowshoes on the other side of the river. ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ ŵaʔs ʔuchaf tiʔiʔ. The wolf arrived. He asked him now, "Have you seen my game?" ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ all 2D. The mole said now, "It's way over there." ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ ləgwachad tiʔiʔ ʔuhihədəb. The wolf jumped off now, searching for his game. He couldn't find his game. Hoi ʔuhihədəb. Hold on. My mouth is getting dry. Hoi ʔuhihədəb at tiʔiʔ tiʔiʔ chad qui hikświ ba'utsu tiʔiʔ all 2D at ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ. This wolf jumped off now, searching for his game. He couldn't find his game. Again, the wolf asked, "Where is my game?" Again, Mole said, "It's way over there." Wolf began swimming. 7, 8. Sqibk at stulc duf all qwabid at tiʔiʔ gwol af quilabuf sluf as tiʔiʔ gwol pədhədub tiʔiʔ ʔuhihədəb. Little Moose paddled up behind Wolf and he hit him on the back of the head. He hit him 3 times and the wolf floated down the river. Biʔbiʔbuʔqვის stulc duf all tiʔiʔ ʔqs diʔiʔ. Little Moose returned to his grandfather Mole. The end. Hooray!
ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ ʔqagwil tiʔiʔ ʔubolq tiʔiʔ ʔuch'aʔabilux ʔusaq tiʔiʔ. ʔuhihədəb.
Come sing with us. Hey, Joe. No. ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ. Good.
ʔuhihədəb. ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ Octopus.
Oh, Sally, Liv, Bos. ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ sləxew. ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ alti dadatu. Sqibk, sqibk, kolb bibščəb, syəhub. ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ sləxew. ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ alti dadatu. Diet hot.
ilib. And Lushootseed Tulalip biʔbiʔbuʔqⵡ.
Oh, Sally, Liv, Bos. sqibk, twalti spadil aʔtalil. Lushootseed Storytelling. Quack. Bos, biʔbiʔbuʔqw. Bos, biʔbiʔbuʔqw. Twalti spadil aʔtalil. Lushootseed Storytelling. Quack. Hliw, biʔbiʔbuʔqw. Twalti spadil aʔtalil. Lushootseed Storytelling. Quack. Sally, biʔbiʔbuʔqw. Sally, biʔbiʔbuʔqw. Twalti spadil aʔtalil. Lushootseed Storytelling. Quack. Biʔbiʔbuʔqw. Twalti spadil aʔtalil. Lushootseed Storytelling. Quack. Ack. Lushootseed quack. Bucks, biʔbiʔbuʔqw.
Okay. Syaʔyaʔ tabuthlad. See Krislyn ti
bibščəb tiʔiʔ suʔsuq tətyika. Little Mink and His Cousin Tetyika, a traditional story told by Edward Hagen Sam and translated and illustrated by David Spencer Sr. Dagui syəhub syaʔyaʔ toʔəʔ tluyətsub tubitsi tiʔiʔ tuti tuzlok chus. Tuyətsub tub tiʔiʔ yoʔyalab. Hi chud tluyətsub tubitsi duf. Dagui syəhub syaʔyaʔ tiʔiʔ bibščəb tiʔiʔ suʔsuq tətyika. Tiʔiʔ syəhub tubitsi. You, my honorable friend, I am merely going to tell you a story that came from our ancestors. I was told this story by my ancestors, and now I'm going to tell you, my honorable friend. This is Little Mink and his younger cousin Tetyika, and this is what I will tell you about. Syəhub tiʔiʔ bibščəb tiʔiʔ suʔsuq tətyika. Syəhub ʔuhihədəb. You then, this little mink and his little cousin Tetyika trolled for fish, and they trolled. Hoi shootuf tiïs chaflo, hoi bappaduf ogwa tiïs chaflo, hoi huak isabuf a tiïs chaflo, hi buck tabaf a tiïs chaflo. Then they saw that whale. They pestered that whale. They pestered him. Then after a while, the whale became tired of him. Next, the whale swallowed him. sliw da tiʔiș stgwabat silaf ogwa tiʔiș tflo. Hoi u biʔbiʔbuʔqŭ tiʔiș bibščəb biʔbiʔbuʔqŭ hoi tulak out off tiʔiș ali tiʔiș tflo. They were inside of the whale for 3 whole days. Then that little mink started to walk about. Now he walked about and then he bumped right into the whale's heart. Sutaf tiʔiș tflo o ʔeʔraf bibščəb tofčad biʔbiʔbuʔ bibščəb hoi quigwads ulak out tiʔiș dis ali. Hoi sutaf tiʔiș bibščəb. Oh, the whale said, "What are you doing, little mink?" "Oh, I'm merely walking about." "Little mink, don't you bump into my heart." Then that little mink said, "Oh." Hi gwada tiʔiș bibščəb tiʔiș suʔsuq tatyika ʔuhihədəb ʔuhihədəb hikʌ hoi ʔuhihədəb. Then this little mink and his little cousin Tetyika started to converse. "We better build a fire. We should cook ourselves something." So they built a fire. Sutaf tiʔiș tflo o ʔeʔraf bibščəb tofčad ʔuhihədəb hoi slyʔiʔbuʔ tiʔiș ali tiʔiș tflo. The whale said, "What are you doing, little mink?" "Oh, I'm merely building a fire." Then he starts to slice the heart of that whale. O ʔeʔraf bibščəb pədhədub tiʔiș tflo slyʔiʔbuʔ tiʔiș alis hoi toʔ tiʔiș tflo tiʔiļ dadatu tiʔiș slyʔ tiʔiș tflo. "What are you doing, little mink?" But after a while, the whale knew. His heart was being cut. So he traveled that whale. That whale beached himself so high up on the shore. Sloop tiʔiș quaslils ilib tiʔiș bibščəb ulu tiʔiș loq tiʔiʔ. Letsu syaʔyaʔ tiʔiș stulc hoi ilib tiʔiș bibščəb. Early in the morning, when he woke up, that little mink peeked out. He heard an old man far inland, and that old man steadily hewed out a small hunting canoe. Then that little mink began to sing. Tiʔiļ. Stop, chub, stop, ʔuhihədəb. Stop, chub, stop, ʔuhihədəb. haʔłf aʔqs tloq tflo. Stop, chub, stop, ʔuhihədəb. Stop, chub, stop, ʔuhihədəb. haʔłf tloq tflo. He sings now. What thing are you pounding on? What thing are you pounding on? Long time I've been inside of this old whale. Old whale. What thing are you pounding on? What thing are you pounding on? Long time I've been inside this old whale. Old whale. Hoi Tulalip tiʔiș loq hoi ʔuhihədəb tiʔiș bibščəb suʔsuq tatyika tiʔiș slyʔ. Then the old man started to run. Then he told of this little mink and his younger cousin Tetyika, of how they were brought to shore. Hoi ʔuhihədəb bibščəb tiʔiș ʔaʔ tiʔiș bibščəb tiʔiș suʔsuq. Sluq tiʔiș bibščəb tiʔiș suʔsuq tatyika. Then the native people went. They put down some cattail mats for little Mink and his younger cousin to walk on. Little Mink and his little cousin Tetyika were really bald-headed now. Hoi Octopus tiʔiș bibščəb tiʔiș suʔsuq hoi ʔotebuf tiʔiș atzis tobuf tu all buck chaduf. Hoi us to atzis tobuf hoi gwol juiluf to atzis tobuf. Hoi hegwiluf syəhub tiʔiș bibščəb tiʔiș suʔsuq tətyika. Then they took that little mink and his younger cousin to their new home. Next, the people from all over gathered. Then the people fed them, and the native people rejoiced. Thus, that little mink and his younger cousin Tetyika became honorable people. A traditional story told by Edward Hagen Sam and translated and illustrated by David Spencer Sr. The material in the parentheses was added by David Spencer to make the meaning clearer for readers who cannot hear Hagen Sam's voice changes to indicate what character they were speaking. That is the end.
pədhədub. ʔuhilq tí sqibk. Olach tiʔiļ biʔbiʔbuʔqŭ. Olach tiʔiļ tʔəʔ. ʔuhilq tí sqbiaw. pədhədub.
haʔڵ syəhub tbúsached atí sbiaw tiʔiļ hikʷ. Today I'm going to be telling you a story, a traditional story by Edward Hagen Sam, translated and illustrated by David Spencer Sr. sbiaw. Och sbiaw gwol eid tiʔiļ isheds. Ashu tiʔiļ suʔsuq at tiʔiļ isheds al hikʷ. Put il sqibk at tiʔiļ hikʷ. Hai gwol ūwilq tiʔiļ isheds. Stab tiʔiļ ūhoilub toch cəlac asqibk. Lad o abid cəlac tiʔiʔ at stabbiwcəl. Gwol llus bibščəb hai gwol ʔuhihədəb. Eat tiʔiļ duf bibščəb. Tiʔiļ duf ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ. The coyote is going along. He encounters his family. He sees his family gathering around this big rock. This rock is very flat on the top. And so he asks his family, "What are you folks doing?" "Oh, we're just gathering. We are giving our possessions to the big rock as we will be traveling. And then he will make the place of our travel closer. That is why we are paying this rock." Hai gwol sutuf tiʔiļ sbiaw. Hai ched llwybid aʔqs tiʔiļ stabbiwgs. Llwds abid. Hoi quataduf tiʔiļ sbiaw tiʔiļ ʔqs. Hoi abiduf tiʔiļ aʔqs stab. Gwol hoi gwaduf haʔڵ. Hai gwol aʔqs tiʔiļ sbiaw. Syəhub tiʔiļ sbiaw stabawat tiʔiʔ. Gwadsuf haʔڵ ʔaʔspil. And so Coyote says, "I am going to fix him. May
My gift shall be worthless. Then Coyote climbs up the rock and he just gives a worthless thing, and it is not good for anything. And then Coyote climbs down. Coyote laughs. What's wrong with this rock that I must pay him? haʔڵ bibščəb tiʔiļ sbiaw. Gwol tiʔiļ tiʔiļ bibščəb. Gwol ludaf tiʔiļ stab. Lushootseed cəlac tiʔiļ sbiaw. Gwol shudaf tiʔiļ hikʷ. ʔuʔsčal tiʔiļ sbiaw. hikʷ suʔsuq. tiʔiļ suʔsuq. tiʔiļ cəlac. tiʔiļ sbiaw. sqibk tiʔiļ ʔqwt. tiʔiļ suʔsuq sbiaw. hikʷ hikʷ stab dafxatl. haʔڵ tiʔiļ abid tiʔiļ ʔqwt. Tulalip sbiaw Tulalip. cəlac tiʔiļ ʔqwt. And then Coyote walks away now. As he goes along on his journey, he hears something thumping along by itself. He looks over his shoulder, then he sees that huge rock following him. It makes a huge thumping noise as it tumbles after Coyote. The rock is enraged with Coyote as he chases him because his gift was not good for anything, just unworthy junk he gave that rock. So Coyote runs now. He runs away. Then the rock pursues him. haʔڵ tiʔiļ suʔsuq stabal ʔuhihədəb suʔsuq. ʔuhihədəb. ʔuhihədəb. haʔڵ suʔsuq tiʔiļ suʔsuq. hikʷ suʔsuq suʔsuq. ʔuhihədəb. ʔuhihədəb. ʔqwstab ʔuhillu tiʔiļ sbiaw. ʔuhilagwil smithman hikʷ bibščəb ilib tiʔiļ ʔqwt. Then he asks his small siblings, "What shall I do, my young brothers? I am physically weak now. I am tired now." And then his young brother said, "And usually you say, I thought of that a long time ago. Just search for a small thing, a small hole on the mountain, and you will crawl into it. It should be small. Rock won't be able to get himself inside." tiʔiļ sbiaw gwol ʔuhihədəb. dagwajaluf tiʔiļ sləx. haʔڵ cəlac tiʔiļ ʔqwt. hikʷ hikw suʔsuq tiʔiļ ʔqwt. tiʔiļ sləx. gwol suʔsuq tiʔiļ sbiaw. ʔuʔaʔf ʔuʔaʔyobil. gwol hikw tiʔiļ sbiaw. potuf sqibk tiʔiļ sbiaw. potuf sqibk. And Coyote dashes along. He slips inside a small hole, and so Rock follows him. He cannot get himself inside. So Rock turns himself around over the hole, and he says to Coyote, "You will die in there." So Coyote is in there for a long time. Coyote became very thin now. Indeed, he became puny. ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ suʔsuq haʔڵ ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ suʔsuq syəhub chud stabashquishlutoi tiʔ suʔsuq haʔڵ ʔəsčal tiʔiʔ suʔsuq ʔuhihədəb syəhub chud of syəhub ʔuhihədəb pədhədub haʔڵ ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ 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 sbiaw. And then he remembers his young siblings. Oh, my young brothers, come out. I am physically weak now. What shall I do? What shall I do now, my young brothers? And so his small siblings came out now. And you always say, I thought of that a long time ago. Simply howl and toss your head around. And so Rock will begin to think, oh, there must be a lot of coyotes relatives. O ʔuhihədəb sbiaw o toch chud ləsuq tiʔiʔ hoi chodzof tiʔiʔ hoi ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ sbiaw suit tiʔiʔ sbiaw syəhub ʔuhihədəb suʔsuq hawk chud of syəhub hoi Tulalip tiʔiʔ sbiaw old tiʔiʔ hikʷ diels old ʔuhihədəb suʔsuq hawk chud of syəhub diels hoyaf tiʔəʔ syaʔyaʔ syaʔyaʔ. What are you doing now, Coyote? Oh, I'm just having a gathering with my relatives. So that Rock becomes afraid, so he takes off now. He left Coyote. Coyote says, he laughs, you folks get back inside, my young brothers. I thought of that a long time ago. So Coyote wins. He defeats the big rock now. This one manages to win. You folks get back inside, my small brothers. I thought of that a long time ago. That's the end. I am finished with my information, my honorable friend. This hoist.
pədhulad. Dokwod tiʔiʔ sqibk. ʔuhihədəb tiʔiʔ sqibk. ʔubolq tiʔiʔ. ʔiʔ tiʔiʔ sqbiaw dadatu. pədhulad.
ʔuhihədəb. We are done with our storytelling today, but we will have more storytelling. Our last one is Saturday next week. What date is that?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
April 1st, no joke.
April 1st,
not a joke. It is on April Fool's. Okay, llwt ilibčal at si syaʔyaʔ Octopus. Oh, Sally, llw, bos. Syaʔyaʔ, syaʔyaʔ, teʔeʔ. Lushootseed, all queek a lot,
Hey.
Syaʔyaʔ.